Alexa, play Money by Pink Floyd. Money! I should be on American Idol. Did you just hear that?
It's definitely a no for me, dog. The voice is just not.
Hey, what's up? Hello, my name is Stefania. Welcome to my channel. If you are new and if you've been here before, what's up, homie? How you been? Are you kidding me? Mwah. Milk makeup, I see you. I'm so happy you're here today because I have some tips and tricks and things that I want to share with you. And in this economy, we gotta protect our coin. We gotta protect our loot. Not only protect, we gotta make more, honey. More money, honey. Listen, 3 years ago, a dozen eggs was 99 cents. Why is it $8.99? Inflation is inflating and it's not stopping. That's ludicrous. And not the popular singer-songwriter, like actually ludicrous. In this day and age, everybody is trying to figure out how to make a couple extra dollars. And I'm sure you've heard the same old, right? Like, sell clothes on Poshmark and let them take 30% of your profit. Favorite of all time is get another job. And it's like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Thank you. I do want multiple jobs. I do not want to enjoy life. Thank you. It's like, how am I supposed to have 3 jobs, have a social life, work out, eat healthy, cook for all 3 meals, get 8 hours of sleep? It's like, I got 24 hours in my day. How many do you all have? We are only human. We are not robots. We are not machines. And quite frankly, your personal life is more important than anything in this world. Time with friends, time with family, time for yourself. To me, that is more of a priority than working multiple W-2 jobs. So in this video today, we are gonna cover several money makers, some of which I partook in while I was still a Starbucks barista, that made me anywhere from hundreds to thousands extra every month. By the way, I also want to put a disclaimer on this video. None of what I'm about to say is sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Like, these websites are not paying me to say anything. I'm telling you what I've used in my personal experience and what has worked for me, and I'm just trying to spread the love, spread the moolah, you know? Back when I was a Starbucks barista, I was being paid $11 an hour, so I would work anywhere from 25 to 35 hours each week. My paychecks were typically anywhere from $600 to $900 each week. That's about $1,800 a month at most. Granted, I was not working 40 hours a week consistently, so if someone else is, then their paycheck is gonna obviously be higher, right? But listen, in this economy, $2,000 a month might not cut it for you, especially if you are completely independent and supporting yourself financially like I was. So make your money smarter, not harder. Allow me to help you think outside the box and put some more money in your pocket. Let's get it. From one hustler to another. Today, the few things that I'm going to talk about in this video are not passive incomes, for the most part. Some of these are not really income that you can make in your sleep. The reason for that is listen, we could talk about passive incomes in another video because I have a slew of other things that we could talk about, but if you're here right now, you're probably looking to make money quick. And the thing about passive income is that sometimes it takes a while to build that up and get it to a point where it is making money in your sleep. Passive income is usually stemming from some sort of business model, and some people may not have the time to create that, manage that, monitor it, whole bit. And I get it, no pressure. What I'm gonna tell you today, these little side hustles will make you money literally an hour after you leave your shift at Starbucks. These are side hustles that will put money in your pocket the same day. The first side hustle that I want to talk about and what I did for 2 years straight is Uber Eats and DoorDash. Don't click off because I have some things that you might want to hear. I know everyone gives this advice of like, do DoorDash, do Uber Eats, and I know that it might not be possible for some people that don't own a bike or a car, but for the people that it is possible for, trust me when I tell you, this is a huge moneymaker. Especially in 2023, people are ordering food left and right. Here's what I'll tell you. In the summer of 2020 alone, just from doing DoorDash anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a day at the absolute most. Of course, you can pick your own schedule, but that summer alone, within 3 months, I made an extra $7,000 off of doing Uber Eats and DoorDash in my free time. Head over to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and download the Dasher app or the Uber Driver app. There is a background check that needs to take place during your sign-up process. That could take anywhere from 1 to 3 days, but in my experience, I actually got approved same day. I submitted it in the morning, and by night I had an email back to me saying that my account was active and I can start dashing / Uber eating at any time. Once you are all approved and all of your documents and necessary information is uploaded, you can start dashing or Uber eating. What is the best word for that? Uber eating. We're gonna go with that. Uber eating immediately. And it's so simple, you guys. You literally just go and pick up orders from restaurants and deliver it to people's doors. DoorDash grocery orders are also awesome because people tend to tip a little bit higher, and the base fare is also usually higher than just a food delivery. You know, one time I had somebody tip me $50 for a grocery order in one go. one go, I had made $65 in one order. If you DoorDash or Uber Eats even for about 4 to 5 hours a day, I can guarantee that if you are in a busy area and taking a lot of orders, you can easily walk away with anywhere from $100 to $150 in a 4-hour period, maybe even more. I will say though, as somebody who had 2 years of experience doing DoorDash and Uber Eats, I would always recommend, if you live in a big city, to drive a little bit outside of the city to a large, busy suburb. I live in the city of Chicago, so I would drive like 20 minutes out to a specific suburb every single time, and that suburb, oh my god, she was busy. Especially during that lunch hour, she was busy. And sometimes if you're having a lot of trouble locating the person who ordered the food, if you've tried contacting them multiple times and they're not picking up, sometimes DoorDash and Uber Eats will cancel the order and you get to keep the food. It doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, it's pretty nice, especially if it's food that you actually like. Some of y'all have really weird Chipotle orders. Just don't be sketchy with it, because it's very easy to actually get banned from some of these apps. So be honest, be upfront, and go make your money. Next, this obviously goes along with the last one, but you could also just be an Uber driver. I never partook in Uber driving, I only did delivery. But if that's your thing, then that's your thing. And I'm pretty sure that Uber driving pays a little bit more in base fare than delivery orders. There are people that I know that drive for Uber, and within like an afternoon, they can leave with like $200-300. So if this is an option for you, it's a pretty good option. And again, you pick your hours. Moving on to another little moneymaker I have for you. This one pertains to college students, but it's not always only for college students, so let me explain. Y'all heard of GoPuff, right? Well, GoPuff, when I was in college, was just emerging. They were trying to make their name on college campuses around the nation. And the thing about companies like GoPuff, they want to get their name out there, especially in a saturated market. A lot of these companies will have ambassador programs. An ambassador program essentially is a team of people on campus, or if you're looking at a company that does not require you to be on campus, just a team of people. You will have a campus lead or an ambassador lead, somebody that you report to. And basically what I did every month is we had this special app, and every month GoPuff would release challenges. And the challenges could be anything from post an Instagram story of this all the way to hang up 25 flyers around campus. Our campus lead or our ambassador lead would give us the material and just kind of let us do our thing throughout the month. There was nobody over us, there was no one telling us to get what done. It was all by our own accord. And listen, hanging up 25 flyers, the challenge might have only been marked for $25 or $30, but once you upload proof that you did that, you get the money in your PayPal account instantly. And there's multiple challenges every single month that we had. So that $25, it adds up. Through GoPuff and as a campus ambassador, I made, I think, anywhere from like $400 to $600 extra every month. And I know that might not seem like a lot, but I mean, it is. And also for a college student, that was everything. I was rolling in it in college. I was like, $400? I'm rich. Me as an adult, how much is rent? Y'all got that gas money? Some companies don't even require a physical presence. Some companies are just strictly social media, and you can just throughout the month post Instagram stories and videos and things and whatever you're okay with posting on your social media accounts. You also do not need to have a large following. You don't need to be an influencer for this. When I was doing this with GoPuff, I had like 800 Instagram followers. This was before I ever even uploaded my first video on YouTube. So yeah, I'm pretty sure GoPuff also still has an ambassador team. So for those of you who are in college, look into it. But for those of you who are off campus now and are graduated like me, look into different ambassador teams around your area. I promise you they exist and they pay pretty well. Next up, do you particularly like being inside of Target? Girl, me too. Instacart and Shipt are two other delivery type services that'll make you some good extra money. So if you haven't heard of Instacart and Shipt, basically it's a delivery service where you will put together a grocery order and you will have a shopper who will go and pick up everything at the store for you and then deliver it to your doorstep. There's decent money to be made in this because, truth be told, people are lazy now more than ever. And not only do people tip pretty well usually, there's actually more of a base fare involved because this is more labor. You're actually going in and being somebody's personal shopper. So check those out. Basically, you're just grocery shopping all day, but you can pop your headphones in, listen to music, and if that doesn't bother you, then you can make a pretty penny off of this. Next on the list, we've got Upwork Freelancing. Have you heard of Upwork? Let's start there. Have you heard of Fiverr? Fiverr is very similar to Upwork. If you haven't heard of either, do a basic Google search as you're still listening to this. It's a freelancing website that connects freelancers to people who are looking for specific jobs to be done. If you already have a skill that you know you can freelance, I encourage you to sign up for Fiverr or Upwork, but I'm just gonna specifically talk about Upwork because I have experience with Upwork. I used Upwork so many times as a client hiring other freelancers. I've used somebody for a graphic design job, for logo creation. I have found photographers and videographers through Upwork in my area. If you possess any profitable skill, anything that I even just named, sign up for Upwork. If you do not, fear not, because there are still people on Upwork that are looking for more administrative tasks, copywriting, email marketing. There are even people looking for just a personal assistant. You can charge a fixed rate or you can charge by the hour. If this sounds interesting to you, I actually suggest looking up more videos about this because it's a really interesting platform and it's cool and you can make good money off of it. I did Upwork for a very short time last year. I think it was in the spring of 2022. I was doing more social media consulting, freelancing, stuff like that on there, and it proved to be a good little side hustle for a while until I found something else and I moved on, but I had a great time and I connected with a lot of really great people. Last side hustle money making tip for this video. If you guys want more, I could actually do a part 2 because truth be told, I was a side hustle queen when I was working at Starbucks and when I was in college because I was just always looking for more money. I didn't want to be a broke hoe, okay? But the last tip that I have for this video is, are you particularly handy? Like, could you mount a TV with ease? Could you put together IKEA furniture without wanting to rage quit and put your fist through a wall? Do you know your way around a screwdriver? Can you follow instructions that are half in English and half in Mandarin for some reason? Well, if the answer to any of those is yes, then you should sign up and download TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit is an app where you can download it and hire a tasker. These taskers will then go to somebody's home and do whatever work that they're contracted for, and by the end of it, they get a nice chunk of change because they set their hourly rate. You as a tasker would get to set your hourly rate to whatever you want and whatever is competitive. We just paid somebody literally last week $200 to come in here and mount our bedroom TV and our living room TV. It took the guy all of maybe an hour and a half to mount a couple TVs, and homie walked away with $200 from us just to come into our apartment and mount a couple TVs. And that's not even including the tip we left. Now, this is not limited to just mounting TVs. Like, if you're good at anything handy, electrical work, plumbing, anything, you can list yourself for anything on TaskRabbit. Some taskers will be hired to literally put together furniture. So if it takes you 4 hours to put together a dining room table, well, then you are getting paid like $500, $600 if that's what your rate comes out to in one go. So if this resonates with you, then I highly encourage you to look into it and maybe set up a profile. It didn't resonate with me. I've never personally done this. I do know somebody who does this frequently and makes a lot of really good money from it. It doesn't resonate with me. Trust me, you do not want me attempting to mount your TV. You don't want that. All right, my friends, I hope these tips inspired you to get out there and get your coin up. As somebody who has done most of these, I can tell you that they are all very straightforward and you can make a decent side income off of one or multiple of them at the same time. Make it rain, baby. Good luck, and I will see you guys next time.